and welcome to this quick 10-minute yoga sequence that you can do anytime to relieve lower back tension. So as someone who has definitely dealt with a lot of issues on and off with low back pain, these are things that have helped me a lot. Rarely a day goes by that I don't do these stretches. So I hope you enjoy, and you don't need any props for this. So let's go ahead and get started.
We're going to start in child's pose. So hips are sinking back towards your heels, forehead is reaching down towards the mat, arms are extended straight out in front of you, and just begin to settle into the mat, breathing into the lower back. Now, when you're ready, walk your hands to the right, left palm on top of your right hand, head hangs heavy. If you feel that left hip starting to come up off of your heel, try to keep it grounded, reaching through the hands and breathe into the left side body, the left lower back. Good. Now walk your hands back through center and then over to the left. Same thing, right palm rests on top of your left hand. Head hangs heavy. Keep that right hip grounded towards the right heel and just settle into this position, breathing into the right side body, the right lower back. Good. Now walk your hands back through center and then slowly rock up to your hands and knees for tabletop position, making sure that your hips are stacked directly over your knees, shoulders directly over your wrists. And we're going to take a couple of rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, sink your chest, gaze and tailbone lift. And exhale, round the spine. Gaze back towards your belly button, tailbone tucks in, push the mat away from you. And then inhale, sink your chest, tailbone and gaze lift. Exhale, rounding through the spine, pushing the mat away from you. And flow through a few rounds of these with your own breath pace, flexing and extending the spine. Maybe you find a couple motions side to side, wagging out the tail, maybe a little bit forward and back. Good. Now come back through neutral. Tuck your toes, send your hips high for downward facing dog. Heels are sinking down towards the mat. Fingers are spread apart, pushing into your hands. Hips and tailbone are lifted. And then when you're ready, right hand comes to your left leg, twisting to your left. Right hand back to the top of the mat, left hand to right leg, twisting towards your right. Good. Now left hand back to the top of the mat. Slowly roll forward to your plank pose. Drop your knees, tuck your elbows in, and slowly lower to your belly. When you get there, fingertips will plant outside shoulders, and then squeeze your glutes to protect your low back as you lift your chest up off the mat for baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. And inhale, lift your chest, squeeze your glutes for baby cobra. Cycle through a few more rounds like this, trying to put the work in your upper back muscles, very little weight in your hands. And tuck your toes, shift your hips back towards your heels, and lift yourself back up into your downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet so you're in a forward fold at the back of the mat. You can grab opposite elbows, bend your knees generously, and just let your upper body hang heavy here. Maybe swaying a little bit side to side. Good. Reach your hands down towards the mat and heel toe your feet away from each other. Toes point out, heels point in, and sink your hips down into yogi squat. Finding stillness here, swaying a little bit side to side. And then right hand will come down to the center of the mat and left hand sweeps up for a twist. Left hand down, right hand up, twisting to the other direction. Good. Back through center. And then go ahead and just sit down on the mat. Right leg extends out long, left sole of the foot to the inner right thigh, and square off your hips towards that straight right leg, and then fold over your leg, thinking belly towards thigh, trying to keep a straight spine as you fold over that leg. Good, now roll yourself back up to a straight spine and just switch the position of your legs. So left leg is extended out long, sole of the right foot to your inner left leg, square your hips off towards that straight leg, and then fold forward, thinking belly towards thigh, trying to keep a straight spine as you fold. Good, now roll up to a straight spine, and both feet will plant on the mat in front of you, and slowly lower yourself down to your back. Keeping both feet planted on the mat, walk your feet in towards you so your fingertips are grazing the back of your heels, and then press into your feet, lift your hips for bridge pose. Squeezing the glutes here to protect that lower back. And then on an exhale, slowly lower yourself back down to the mat. Inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips high, squeezing the glutes. And then exhale, lower down. A few more here. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hips lift. And exhale, lower down. Hug your knees in towards your chest, rocking a little bit side to side. And arms will come out to a T. Bring both knees over to the left side. And then engage your core, knees come back through center, and then let them fall to the other side. Inhale back through center, knees fall to the left. Inhale back through center, knees fall to the right. Finding some mobility in the lower back. Continuing these twists on your own. And next time your knees are back through center, leave them there and then hug your knees in towards your chest. Upper body comes off the mat, forehead towards your knees for a big knee hug. Rocking a little bit side to side, massaging out the lower back. Good, and release. Feet come back down to the mat. Soles of feet together, knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. One hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. And find a few moments of rest here. Noticing how your lower back feels now compared to when we first started. And when you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest, cross your ankles, and then just begin to rock along the spine and rock yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope your low back feels less tight, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.